Hi there everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, another Feed the Beast test pack, please ignore, let's play video. So at the end of the last episode, I had been finally creating my stainless steel, so we now have some stainless steel in my system somewhere, there we go. So I've got 9 stainless steel dust, waiting to be smelted and in an industrial blast furnace. So on this episode, what I am going to be making is a wire mill. My test was successful. As you can see here, I've got my pickaxe, my Tinker's Construct pickaxe. So if we put it on here, you can actually see it's got. Is it actually going to tell me the information? It should do. There we go. So there we go. So it's got silk touch on it, so I can silk touch up cool things. Like if I've got just ordinary stone, I can silk touch up stone. And I also, when I went strip mining, I also silk touched up diamond ore, and then you can then put that through the pulverizer to give you twice the amount of diamonds. So I've done cool things like that. I've got like a load of redstone ore as well, which I think I need to put through the pulverizer. If we find pulverizer, is that going to work? Does this create more redstone ore? I don't know. It creates 6 redstone dust, which is pretty handy, I suppose. But yeah. So this episode, oh yeah, and also the whole reason I wanted to make silk touch was so that I could make the brass. So if you remember from the brass, I think I needed to get zinc, and to get zinc you needed to electrolyze sphalerite dust. And the problem with the latest version of GregTech is if you just try and mine up sphalerite dust with an ordinary pick, it basically makes this dirty pile of sphalerite dust. And the only way that you can either, I think there are other ways of making zinc. Like one way of making zinc is to get, if we find, so you can get tiny piles of zinc. I think, yep, tiny piles of zinc. And the one way to get tiny piles of zinc is to probably the way that you would do it if you didn't have, say, Tinker's Construct on to get like an easy silk touch, or you didn't want to silk touch up a use like enchantments to silk touch something. 2 seconds, I'm gonna go kill the zombie while I talk. Yeah, if you didn't want to make a silk touch, the only other way of getting zinc would be to build yourself, and bloody hell, it's a mini angry zombie. Yeah, the only other way to get zinc that isn't to silk touch up sphalerite ore to put it through the pulverizer. So say for example you didn't have a pulverizer, say you didn't have thermal expansion, you didn't have Tinker's Construct, or you didn't have enough levels to enchant a pickaxe. The only other way of getting zinc is to, so like I said, you get small piles of zinc dust, and then what you'd have to do is make an industrial grinder, and then what you do is then process tetrahydrite ore or tin ore. So basically what you then do is take your tin ore, put it through your industrial grinder, and then you get small piles of iron, zinc, and then purified crushed tin ore, which is the far more complicated way. But because I was able to get silk touch, I was able to silk touch up sphalerite. Do I have any more sphalerite ore? No, I don't. But I was able to silk touch up sphalerite ore, put that through the pulverizer, and then it just creates pure sphalerite dust, like so, which you can then, if I just show you, sphalerite, there we go, just grab one to show you how it works. You can then run that through the industrial electrolyzer, and that just then produces pure zinc. So I've saved myself, okay, yeah, you need a cell as well. Turns out I've already done that. So I have actually made myself some zinc already, I think. Let me just double check. How much zinc did I manage to make? Zinc. So yeah, I've got 5 zinc dust, I think. 3 zinc dust. Okay, so let me just make sure. How do I craft empty cells again? Empty cell. There we go, empty cells. So I need to run tin, I think, through, if we find this, what the hell is it? Plate bending machine. So you have to run tin plates through a plate bending machine. I don't think you can use the extruder anymore, so do I have any tin plates? I do. Excellent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go, that should be more than enough. We'll just run them through the plate bending machine while we're at it, just so we can make some more brass in future. So run them through, come back in a second. But yeah, where were we? So we need to make the brass now. So if we search for brass, here we go. Oh no, that's brads. We want brass. So we want GregTech brass, and to make that we need zinc dust and copper dust. So, or tetrahydrite dust, which we have. Do we have any tetrahydrite dust left over? I know I had some. Nope. Copper. So I need copper dust. Here we go. So let's make, say, like 10 copper. Oh no, I need more copper dust than. So if I take off copper dust from the redstone furnace at the moment, run through half a stack of copper through my pulverizer, and then I'll just kind of re-put the copper dust back in the precision export bus once I finish crafting all the brass that I need. So Why isn't that working? Oh, have I run out of... I must have run out of charcoal. I am going to move... Like I said, at some point I am going to move all of this downstairs and hook it up using universal cables, I think. As they have now confirmed that they won't be removing them from the mod pack, which is quite cool. So I'll definitely be setting that up. Once I've kind of upgraded all my dynamos to produce more redstone flux, I can then obviously just have everything hooked up. Also, one thing to note is I was talking about routers in the last episode, where you need dark iron ore, and while I was strip mining in between episodes, I actually managed to find some dark iron ore. So where are we looking for? We're looking for dark iron ore. Can you make dark iron? So if we click on uses for dark iron ore, nope. Always helps if there we go. So if I hover over you, press U. And then smelting, so you can smelt it into dark iron ingots. Can you pulverize it up? Induction smelter with cinnabar. Interesting. Thermal expansion or rich slag. How do you get cinnabar? Interesting. So redstone ore in the pulverizer, and apparently there's a 25% chance of getting cinnabar. Oh, fair enough. So I might have actually made some of that. That'd be quite cool. Or what else is there? Can you like pulverize it down? Interesting. It does not say. How do you get like these? That's factorization. So yeah, I think the only way to like get more than you would get just by smelting one is to use cinnabar or rich slag. Do I have any cinnabar? No, I don't have the cinnabar. So apparently the redstone that I was pulverizing up wasn't quite good enough. So if I go for copper again, just grab all that copper dust out there. Make sure that it's automatically processing in future. I'm going to need the rest of that zinc in a second. Oh yep, here we go. So we can run them through there like so. Okay, apparently I've got an insufficient energy line. Apparently the three generators are powering everything else up, so it's probably having to like recharge everything before that'll work. I might have to wrench that up, I don't know. Let's make some brass for now. I do have a few zinc, so zinc. There we go. So if we drop you in there, do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. So I've managed to make 12 brass. Now, I hate when I do that. So let's just double check that I can just smelt this up in something like a redstone furnace. So brass ingots. Yeah, I can just smelt it by the looks of things. So pop it through a redstone furnace real quick. There we go. So we've managed to make our brass. So what we want to do next is make the wire mill, which is the next stage, because we need to use the wire mill to make the coils for the industrial blast furnace. That's what I'm looking for. So we need 4 brass. We need to run them through the plate bending machine, like so. More zombies trying to get into my base. I'll go scare them off in a minute. So is this actually working? It's freaking out. I might have to just wrench this up and move it downstairs so it actually works. We're just going to run that through the plate bending machine. Kill the zombie that's knocking at my door. Is it big zombie? No, it's a little babby zombie again. Little babby angry zombie. So we'll get rid of you. Is that industrial electrolyzer working? No, it's not. I'll have to grab a wrench at some point. Weirdly, the brass plates are splitting up for some crazy, messed up, Greg Techie, industrial craft incompatibility mental reason. I'm not even going to try and explain it. Oh yeah, there we go. There's the final one going through. Yeah, I don't have any wrench on me right now, so I can't even wrench up the industrial electrolyzer. Just wondering, is the what's it called? It's like a universal wrench or something like that. I can't remember if this mod is included in it. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but it's one that like basically acts for everything. So there's the brass plates that we need for the wire mill. So let's go back to wire mill. Here we go, automatic wire mill. So we need diamond. I've just got some weird error. 4 brass plates, which you've got. A couple of control circuits. A stainless steel machine hole, which I think I've already made. So let's just see. Have I got everything apart from the conveyor module, I think? Yep, so it looks like we're just making the conveyor module, which is fairly straightforward, as it's iron plates and a battery and a couple of circuits, which apparently we don't have the battery, so let me just make that. Okay, let me just see. Have I got any of the tin cables? I do have tin cables, so what I want to do is rubber. Apparently I don't have any rubber, so let me grab some sticky resin. Shove that through the redstone furnace, like so. I'm just going to put this copper back for now. I don't need it right now. I may as well have it reprocessed up through and then back into something useful like copper ingots. So, alright, rubber, there we go. So, we need 1 insulated tin cable to make an RE battery, like so. Voila. And then that should then be able to make the conveyor module. Touche. And then finally, ta-da! Automatic wire mill. Fantastic. So, I'm going to go put this downstairs with my MFE down here. I will sort this out later, but I'm just going to plop that there for now. Is this going to work? There we go. Automatic wire mill. So what we need to do next, if we have a look for industrial blast furnace, blast. Here we go, industrial blast furnace. So we need, first things first, we need to make these copper nickel heating coils. So that requires some copper nickel ingots. How do we make copper nickel? Okay, so we need pulverized ferrous material and pulverized copper in an alloy smelter, or I'm guessing just the ingots, so we can make some copper nickel. So how much was it again? So it's 3 copper nickel per copper nickel heating coil, and then if we go to induction smelter, we get 2 ingots per bar, 2 copper nickel ingots per 2 other ingots. So we need 12 altogether. So I need 6 of each. So if we have a look for copper, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I want ferrous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like so, and then we want the induction smelter. There we go, run this through. Is this going to work? Why isn't that working? Copper ingots, ferrous ingots. Oh, why would you do this to me? Induction smelter, alloy smelter. Oh right, induction smelter apparently doesn't work. I need to make copper nickel dust. Alloy smelter I don't have. I think that must be a... how do you make the alloy smelter anyway? Hang on, it's similar to the induction smelter, but... alloy smelter, End.io, or alloy smelter, GregTech. So, yeah, I can make it fairly easily. I basically just need to make the wire mill first to get the copper nickel heating coil. So I'm going to need to pulverize up some of this. Do I have ferrous material automatically set to process? No, I do not. So if we go for ferrous, is it automatically set to smelt though? So pulverized ferrous material. Yeah, we'll take both of these off for now. Run you through there, like so. Hopefully we can craft it fairly quickly. In theory, of course. So I'm probably just going to try and get the basic industrial blast. I keep saying induction smelter. I'm just going to try and get the basic industrial blast furnace made before the end of this episode, and then what I'll probably do in the next episode is get all the machine casings made, get it set up, and then then make the stainless steel, and then think about starting to make the quarry. So we'll see how it goes. So what we want to do, what I'm looking for, copper nickel. There we go, like so. What I want to do is actually take all... So, hang on, ferrous. Take all of that out, and then copper. Okay, so apparently that hasn't resmelted yet, so 6, like so. If I take that out, so I've got 6 and 6, like that. Make sure these both go back to automatically process. Does this not have ferrous? No, for some reason I don't have ferrous or automatically pulverizing because I don't have space for it. So we'll craft you up into copper nickel. There we go, 12 copper nickel, which is exactly what we need. We can then start running that through the redstone furnace. I'll put the raw rubber away for now, I think, like so. So doing fairly well. We're getting somewhere. What we want to go back to is industrial blast furnace, I think. Industrial blast. Oh, bloody hell. There we go, industrial blast furnace, like so. So yeah, I think the only other thing we'll need to make is the induction furnace, which we'll get around to. Please don't say you need... Oh no, it's just one of the options is a stainless machine hull, or you can just go for advanced steel machine hull. Okay, cool. That's easy. Steel is easy to do. Copper nickel. I've got 10, 12. That's excellent. So we can run that through the wire mill downstairs. Where is it? It's around here somewhere. There's the wire mill connected to our universal cable. So in theory, that should now make copper nickel coils, heating coils. Come on, get on with it. I can hear like some weird slime bouncing around. I think it's that purple thing you can see on the mini-map, annoyingly. They're going to take a couple of seconds, so what I'm going to do while they're... What's the word I'm looking for? While they're processing, is to make a start on the induction... induction furnace. That's what I'm looking for. So first of all, we need automatic e-furnaces, which are fairly straightforward. We just need 2 iron. Okay, so apparently we need a couple of vanilla furnaces first. So furnace 1, 2, like so, and then if we just go back through the recipe, automatic e-furnace. So, oh no, sorry, we need iron furnaces next. Iron furnaces. Then we need automatic e-furnace. 1, 2. I'm liking the fact that I can use the mechanism circuits in almost everything, make everything so much quicker. I think I made the automatic e-furnaces, didn't I? And then I should then need to make these steel machine holes, but apparently I have no steel plates. So how many do I need? I need 1 for here, and then 2 for each of them. So I need 24 steel plates altogether. So I'm just going to start running them through the plate bending machine. Drop them in there. Has this actually done anything yet? Nope, it's just sitting there being totally screwy and retarded. So we're just going to drop down here, grab our copper nickel coils. There we go. So there's 4 of them all together, which is exactly what we need. Yeah, I might be interested in making myself that alloy smelter as well, because it seems to be kind of more compatible with a lot of the GregTech / IC2 kind of like induction smelter recipes, as opposed to like using the what's the word I'm looking for, the thermal expansion version. So how are we doing for the steel plates? How quickly are they being processed is the next best question. So not as fast as I would like. Is there anything else that I need to finish that off? So induction furnace, possibly not. So let's have a quick look. While we're waiting for those to make, we'll also have a quick look at the machine casings, because the industrial blast furnace, sorry, machine casing, there we go. So we're going to want basic and not basic machine casing, we want standard machine casings, because these are IT2, these are GregTech. We want the GregTech ones, so we want a few standard and a few, oh fantastic. I'm loving having mechanism and thermal expansion present and stuff like that, because aluminium is easy to come by now. The control circuits are far easier to craft than electronic circuits. We need iron plates or aluminium plates, again fairly easy. And then what do we need for the reinforced one? So we need basically more steel. So what I'm gonna get going, if we have a look for iron, and then what I'm gonna do is start processing up a whole stack's worth of iron in my metallurgical infuser here, which is empty. As you can already see, I've already got some steel dust in there. So what I'm going to need to do, so this is easily the quickest way to make steel. So what is this? I've still got redstone in it, unfortunately, so I can't do any more for that. So I'm just going to add in a load of charcoal into my metallurgical infuser, start processing up a load of, so it's a 2-stage process, but this is far quicker than using the Railcraft blast furnace, as it takes maybe a few minutes to process a stack of iron into enriched iron, and then enriched iron into steel dust. So what I'm just going to do, grab a bit more charcoal, make sure that the metallurgical infuser here is totally full up with carbon. Tends to make a third one there, actually, just and then have like 1 for steel, one for making enriched iron, 1 for making steel dust. Yeah, so I'm going to drop all of this steel dust in my smeltery, which I'm thinking of moving down into my basement. It looks quite ugly here right now, so let me just drop all that steel dust in there. I can put 27 in at a time because I've basically made it higher. Got plenty of lava in there at the moment as well, which is quite cool. So yeah, these are fairly easy. So the advanced circuits just requires like lazurite dust, and like control circuits, redstone and glowstone. So fairly straightforward. We've almost got all the all the steel ingots that we need. So yeah, I'm probably going to make all of these casings off camera. I can't remember the exact number I need for each of them, which is why I'd rather do it off camera as well, instead of me having to try and fart about and remember the exact number I need for the temperature I need, because they both influence the temperature of the industrial blast furnace in different ways. I'm also going to need a bucket of lava for that as well, because I think the bucket of lava increases the temperature on the inside by like 500 degrees C. So yeah, we've got the steel plates now. So if we go back to industrial blast furnace, like so, where is it? There it is, industrial blast furnace. So we're going to need 3 steel machine holes once they finally pop up. There we go. 1, 2, 3. I do need to update my texture pack. There is a far newer one, I've just never gotten around to making it, so I will do that off camera as well, because some of the things still are a little bit out of date, such as like the steel machine holes you just saw. And if we have a look, I'm not entirely sure that's not the right one, industrial blast furnace. So yeah, it's still like missing a texture or something like that, and there's kind of a few conflicting textures which I think might be sorted by using the new one. So did we finish this off? No, we didn't. What am I missing from the industrial blast furnace? So oh yeah, I need my copper and nickel heating collars, and there we go, we have finished making the industrial blast furnace. So yeah, next episode we can get moving with the, so I'm just going to drop the rest of this steel dust in. As you can see, I've got a load of molten steel now, which I can start turning into ingots quite nicely. I do need to come up with some way of automating this smeltery as well, because at the moment it's kind of like a bit of a manual process. I know there are ways of doing it using like hoppers and timers and stuff like that, so I'm going to need to look up a way of doing that. But we've been fairly successful this episode. We've managed to get our wire mill, we've managed to make the brass, we've got the wire mill made for anything in future that might need that. I've got the industrial blast furnace made. I will get all of the casings made up over the weekend, so we can, next episode, get the industrial blast furnace down, start smelting up stainless steel, and then in theory I should be able to start working on the quarry by the end of the next episode, which is going to be pretty cool. So yeah, go leave the episode there. As always guys, don't forget to comment, it's the best thing you can do for me. Let me know if I'm doing anything bad, if you've noticed that I can do something more efficiently, if just let me know if you're enjoying the video or not. But apart from that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.